you'd see me again, did you? Correct. But you, of all people, should know that imaginations have a way of getting a life of their own. Well, it's about your last review. It's not exactly a finished review, you just quit halfway through. Finish it! Because I want you to get a taste of hell. How about this? Finish it, or she won't be released. Maybe she wants to be. You think so? But do you think she'd like to be put in a crate and shipped to you? Finish the review. And stop giving us the silent treatment. Nobody likes that.
Feelings mutual. You know who I am. I really don't want to go on with this book, but circumstances are forcing my hands now. So, in the previous episode, we were introduced to Anastasia Steele, who may or may not be related to Ryan Steele. A businessman named Christian Grey, who's basically a human version of Colin. Well, human in the species sense, not in any other sense. What happened so far? Well, actually that's a legitimate question. All I can recall right now is Steele having sex with that guy, repeatedly. And that's it. Nothing of any real significance. Not unless you count rehashing Twilight and ripping off The Graduate as significant. So with all that said, let's go on where we've left off.
Paul looks crestfallen, and a part of me resents that he should find this a surprise. My inner goddess does too.
An inner goddess? Surely it's just a joke she came up with in the spur of a moment, right?
My inner goddess is not pleased.
That's it! I'm done with this book. Alright. An inner goddess. Don't think I ever heard that before.
I do. The Dark Passenger.
Steele, you may be a lot of things, but you're not Dexter Morgan!
Christian is standing over me, grasping a plaited leather riding crop. I cannot move. I am naked and shackled, spread-eagled on a large four-poster bed.
Oh no, not this again. You know, years ago I read another book, which also had quite a few sex scenes. In fact, I remember particularly being disgusted by this. But at least it had a story to tell, making the more disgusting bits at least bearable. Which is more than I can say about this.
You look kinda dorky. My subconscious is at her snarky best. She's glaring at me over her ring-shaped spectacles, God, I hate her sometimes.
Her subconscious? Don't you mean her inner goddess? You want to rip off Dexter? It's your funeral. But can't you at least pick one name for her other self and stick to it?
My subconscious and inner goddess glance nervously at each other.
Is your character schizophrenic? That's fine, but it usually helps if you establish such things at the very beginning instead of littering the story with sporadic mentions of her other personalities.
Why don't you like to be touched? I whisper.
Because I'm 50 shades of fucked up.
A subtle way to shoehorn the title.
He hits me again. Then he strokes me softly. He hits me again. This is getting harder to take. From somewhere deep inside me, I want to beg him to stop, but I don't. I don't want to give him that satisfaction.
Try and remember that bit. I'll get back to that.
So you don't like the way I am? He stares at me, bewildered again.
I think you're lovely the way you are.
So why are you changing me?
I don't want to change you.
But you want to punish me.
Yes, I do.
And that's what I don't understand.
There are about 101 things I can say to this, but since I don't fully understand the BDSM world, I'm not sure if I should. You know what? Why don't I just skip it all and get to the end?
You certainly know how to distract a man, Anastasia.
We aim to please, Mr. Gray. Distract you from what?
Life. The universe.
And everything. There is an answer, but... Sorry, wrong book.
I close my eyes, bracing myself for the blow. It comes hard.
I made it this far, I might as well just finish it.
Here goes. I need to say my piece. I don't think I can be everything you want me to be, I whisper. I'm not obedient, and you can be sure as hell I'm not gonna let you do that to me again. And that's what you need. You said so.
And you needed 500 pages to realize that? What about this?
He hits me again. Then he strokes me softly. He hits me again. This is getting harder to take. From somewhere deep inside me, I want to beg him to stop, but I don't. I don't want to give him that satisfaction.
You could have said something then. And in fact, when he showed you his playroom at page 100 and, well, something, you knew it was coming there and then, but you didn't complain then either. This book could have easily been told in 150 pages or less, but no, it had to be 500 pages, making this book even more tedious than it already is. What does he want?
Giving up already?
There's no point in going on anymore.
Yes, there is. There are so many things you haven't addressed yet. Like how she says murmur on every page. How it all sounds like a child talking. How...
Gee,
What?
why do you care anyway? Is your world gonna stand still if I don't do this?
You just need to know who your master is.
You're my master. You're just a product of my imagination.
What?
So if you're just my imagination, that means I can just imagine you disappearing.
No, it doesn't.
We'll see.
No, you can't do this to me. No!
In short, the characters are one-dimensional, the story is a lot longer than it needs to be, and all it does is remind you that there are better books to read. Seriously, this book might as well be 500 pages of this.
What? Did you have fun beating up a defenseless girl?
Actually, that might be even more entertaining. This was the Alright, there's still a girl tied up somewhere. I'm sure she's resourceful enough to get out of that one.
受け継ぐものと君が作るものきっとそれが証明